What is up, YouTube? This is Chris, the Unprofessional Dad, and I am back with another one of my knife videos. And tonight I'm going to be doing an unboxing. I've actually got a lot of knives to unbox tonight. 3 different boxes, so I'm really looking forward to this, getting into some knives that I've been waiting on for a while. Hopefully, if anybody does watch this video, they actually enjoy these knives. There's some pretty nice ones in there. A couple budget knives, a couple high-end knives. And I'm really stoked. I've been waiting on them. They came in through FedEx and UPS and stuff, and they've been here for 2 days, and I've had to sit there and watch those boxes waiting for this moment. I wanted to tear into them and get them out and look through them and check them out, but I wanted to do it on video instead, and that way that I could continue adding to this channel and hopefully, you know, share this with other people that do enjoy knives as much as I do. The knife that I'm going to be using tonight to open these boxes is an amazing knife that I absolutely love. It is a Blade HQ Microtech Mordax S45 VN steel, button lock, of course, a flipper, aluminum handles, and it is razor sharp. I love this knife. It's got amazing action, real good action, just fidgety, I mean just fidgety. I can't do that like other people can, but I'm telling you, the action is so great on this thing. It's just smooth, it's butter, and I love this. I love the look of it. It's rugged, it's tactical, it's chic and elegant. You can pull this off with any outfit, with any occasion or situation. Maybe not in a business situation or anything like that, but I'm telling you, I absolutely love this knife. The Microtech Mordax, which Microtech is my favorite design brand. I love Microtech knives, but that's neither here nor there. Actually, before I show you and open any of these 3 boxes that I have, I actually want to show you something that I got from Etsy, and I love this thing. This is a 1/4 inch spike, self-defense EDC spike that I got off of Etsy. And let me tell you the actual person's name. I don't even know what the daggone person's name is. Oh well, I'm not really sure. I can't find it here. Oh well, I don't care. This is an amazing 1/4 inch spike. It is extremely tough, rugged, extremely sharp point. The sheath is really cool. It's got great retention, extremely well made. I'm so impressed with this thing. I paid $20 for this. It would go great in a boot, on a belt. Just something, if you don't want to carry a knife, you're in a situation where you can't carry a knife or something like that, you can put this down in your boot, and you would be, when it comes to self-defense at least, you would have a great option here. I'm telling you, that would be just as efficient and effective and dangerous as any knife that you could ever carry and wield. Actually, in a lot of cases, in the situations for a lot of people, this would actually be easier because you could just punch or poke, and it would. But there's a lot of things that you could do with this other than self-defense. You could use it for an ice pick. You could use it for, I mean, just so many different things. The ideas are limitless. Like I said, incredibly sharp point. I'm pretty sure it's titanium. It's just really neat. It's a well-made sheath, great pocket clip here, or belt clip, I should say. I wanted to share that with you all because anybody that likes knives is going to like something like this, and I got this in, and as soon as I got it in, I absolutely loved it. So let's get in here and open the very first box. These are all from Blade HQ. They are all unopened. I've been waiting to open these things, and I do not know. I've got 3 of them. I know what knives are in them, but I don't know which knives are in which box. So we will just open them up and find out together. My little boy's in the background. He is so desperately wanting to get in on this with me and do this video, but they actually have a YouTube channel, and they've got hundreds and hundreds. We're going for 1,000 subscribers, and they will be hitting it soon, so he don't need to be doing videos with me. He's doing this fine on his own. Right, let's see what we've got here. Ooh, I know what box this is. All right, let's see. Which one do I want to get out first? I don't want to do that. Let's do this. A QB. A QB here. What is the name of this knife? I think this is the Momentum. The QB Momentum. Yep. Momentum. It's a liner lock. It's got which you'll see here when I can get it open. Man, this thing is hard to get into. Oh, that's why, because I'm opening it the wrong way. Let's see what comes in it. A little QB card here. Little registration card, I guess. Proof of purchase. And this is QB Momentum. It's got the yellow, what's it called? The Ultima or whatever it is. I'm not a big fan of that stuff, but I know that it's on a lot of knives these days. It is a front flipper, which I am not good at, but this is the QB Momentum. Dual thumb studs, nice pocket clip. It is deep carry. The screws are inset deep into the liner or the scales, so that's efficient. I really like that. I always appreciate whenever the screws are inset because I have so many issues with my jeans and stuff and the screws catching and snagging on them, and they'll wear your jeans out quick. But when they're inset like that, they will not do that. Now I can already tell that this is reverse carry, so you can do ambidextrous left hand or right hand. It is tip up only carry. Really sharp. I mean, it's a good looking knife. I like the texture on the Ultima or whatever it is. If you can see that, it's got a little bit of a textured, contoured design. I'm not a big fan of the front flippers. I can't do it. My hands, and I say this in all my videos, my hands are just too big. My thumbs are too big. I'm extremely, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but like I've always been really athletic and I can throw a ball, I can play sports, I'm really gifted with my hands. But for some reason, when it comes to flipping knives, that is the one thing. Even my handwriting, I have really good handwriting, but flipping knives, I struggle with it. But what a pretty knife. I mean, let's see some stats on this knife. It is a drop point blade, black stonewash finish, made from D2 steel, front flipper, Ultima handle, a liner lock with steel liners, tip up carry. It is ambidextrous, so you can do both left hand or right handed. It's 7.8 inches overall with the 3.5 inch blade, 4.47 ounces. It is made in China. The QB Momentum, made in China. I like the shape of that blade. I really like those style of blades. The action is really good, actually. It's really smooth. It's really smooth. I just wish I was better at fidgeting with knives. I really wish I was better at that. Because the action is great. It's smooth. It's silky smooth. I like it. I'm not a fan of the Ultima, but I did like the overall look. That Ultima with that black blade, it looked really well, and the pictures were really nice. Not well. It looked pretty. It looked a little tactical, and I also like the shape of that blade. So, and I've heard good things about QB, so I've got one or two, and so far I've been impressed with all of them that I've gotten. So that is the QB Momentum. Which one of these next two do I want to do first? Because they are both really nice knives. All right, I'm gonna go with the Microtech. This is a knife I've been wanting to get for a while. Let's see here. So it comes with, let's see what we got here. We've got a little pamphlet with follow the action, Microtech follow the action card. Of course, a little pamphlet about the Microtech. It's got a sticker. If you've watched any of my videos, you know that I'm a big fan of the stickers that come with knives. And this is the Microtech Standard MSI. Look at that. What a knife. Now, I do not like small knives. I do have a lot of them, but I'm not a big fan of small knives. I've got big sausage fingers, big gigantic hands. I mean, monster hands. Not monster hands, but I've got big hands. A lot of guys have hands bigger than me, but I'm 6'3", 265 pounds, so I'm a big guy. I've got big hands, so I enjoy a bigger knife. And this thing is big. It fits my hand well. It feels good in the hand. I mean, it's Microtech. That's all you got to say. It's Microtech. I love Protech. They're my favorite, but Microtech is right up there. I mean, look at that. Look at that blade. That's the apocalyptic blade too. Look at that. Great action. Deep carry pocket clip. Now, screws are not inset. It is reversible, left or right-handed. It is tip-up only carry. Let me see some of the stats about this knife. That QB, by the way, was $60 right now on Blade HQ, not counting shipping and taxes and stuff like that. The Microtech MSI standard issue, it's got the ram lock. That's what they call this, is the ram lock, their locking mechanism. It has black polymer handles, scales. The blade is M390, Bowler M390 MK steel. It thumb hole for quick and easy blade deployment. Injection molded polymer black scales. Tri-grip texturing. Boy, that thing is sharp. I just closed it on my hand and it got me good. Hope it don't start bleeding too bad. But you got to be careful with these knives. I mean, I tell my kids every day. I got 6 kids, 4 of them full time. That's why I'm the unprofessional dad. And I tell them all the time, when you're playing with knives, you're gonna get cut. You can't help it. It's almost a rite of passage with knives. I just can't get over this knife. I love this knife. This freaking knife is amazing. The jimping on it is great. The size of it is great. The look of it is great. It feels powerful, feels sturdy and strong. I mean, it's got a great little finger tool there, so you can, you know, get up in there if you wanted to do some fine work, carving or something. The jimping on it, the jimping actually has a different style and look to it than a lot of knives jimping. Feels good. It's aggressive jimping, so it's gonna, I mean, it's just wow. I can't speak enough about this. Look at that. This thing is gorgeous. It's thick, it's bulky, good size blade stock. So I mean, it's definitely going to be a slicer, but that blade is also sturdy and thick. Let me see some specs about it. 8.9 inches overall, 3.85 inches in the blade. Bowler M390 MK. Like I said, this is a sheep's foot blade. By the way, I should have said that in the beginning. That's obvious. Flat grind, bead blasted stone wash finish. It's called the apocalyptic knife finish. Right or left-handed carry, 4.7 ounces. So this thing's got some weight to it, and that's one of the things that I do like about it. It is on bearings, which you can tell. I mean, this thing is definitely on bearings. All you got to do is mess with it a little bit, and you can tell that the action is just way too smooth. The crossbar lock, or as they call it, the ram lock. Now, one of the great things that I love about Microtech is the fact that it is a USA made knife company, a knife brand. So this is USA made. Look at that knife though. One of my new favorite knives that I own. I will be carrying this thing so much. This is going to get so much pocket time. I mean, it is a bigger knife, so for EDC, I mean, you got to make that choice. Do you want to carry a big knife that's going to weigh your pants down, that's going to take up a lot more space in your pocket, so it's going to limit the opportunity to carry other things, but I like the big knives. I've got big hands and I like the big knives. And I'm telling you, that thing is razor sharp. It barely, I mean, razor sharp. It barely nicked my hand and it got me good. The Microtech MSI, by far one of my favorite knives now that I own. That knife right now on Blade HQ is, let me see, that is $176 plus shipping and tax. The last knife in this, ooh, before I go over that, I forgot about this. Take out the, all right, so there's nothing else in there. Blade HQ right now is giving, because it's election season, they are giving everyone a patch with all of their, I think the orders have to be over a certain cost. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's a cool little patch. It's a Velcro patch. Put it on a bag. I have several EDC bags. I'm sure I'll put it on it. It says, Blade HQ, presidents are temporary, knives are everyday. Just a cool little gift from Blade HQ. I'm sure I've got a couple of them in each one of these boxes because each one of them are definitely above the purchase price for to qualify. So let's go ahead and get this stuff out of the way over here. The next knife, I've never owned one of these, but I've heard really good things and I've seen a lot of videos. It's a Kunwu. I think that's how you say the name, Kunwu. Let's go ahead and get into this thing. Kunwu knives. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Let's see what comes in it. All right, so we've got a wire pocket clip with hardware. We've got a bag, of course, moisture bag. We've got the Kunwu certificate of authenticity. That's pretty cool. Like a lot of your knives these days, microfiber cloth. Cool little bag. I like that. I like this bag a lot. It's got a couple flowers there. I mean, it's nice. Cotton lined. Soft. Has a potato sack filling on the outside, but cotton lining on the inside, so it's extremely soft. Couple beads here so you can wrench it up there nice and tight. But that's not what it's about. It's not about the extras that come in it. It is about, and don't come with a sticker, that stinks. I love the stickers. I can already tell, just getting it out in the plastic, I can already tell. This is the Kunwu. Look at that bad boy right there. This is the Kunwu Django. Wow. Fits good in my hand. Takes up a full hand. Good jimping on the back, on the blade. Aggressive jimping. And not so much, actually. Not as much as I'd like. It's almost, there was another knife that I recently reviewed that was the same way. Oh, I know what it was. It was the Yonder. The Yonder had jimping like this. You could see the jimping. You could barely feel it, like it was micro jimping, but it had no aggressiveness to it at all. So it did not, unless you was a Smurf or something, or a Hobbit, it was not going to grip your thumbs or give you any real traction. That's what this kind of reminds me of. Very light jimping. It looks like it's there and aggressive, but it's not. It's more visual than anything. You can feel it, but not a lot. Crossbar lock, good action. titanium handles, deep carry milled pocket clip. It is reversible, tip up carry only, reversible pocket clip, crossbar lock, thumb hole for opening, got a finger choil there. Thumb hole for easy opening. Look at that thing. I mean, this knife is gorgeous. This is beautiful. I love the Bowie style look to it. Let me see here. The Django clip point XT lock, titanium handles. The steel is L-Max. It's satin finish clip point blade made from L-Max. Ball bearing pivots. Orange peel textured titanium handle scales on steel liners. Oh, okay. I feel what they're talking about, the orange peel. Actually, I don't know if you can see that, but it does have, like when you feel across an orange peel, you can feel those little, almost like your skin. It looks like it has pores all over it. And an orange peel has pores all over it, and it has that, it's almost smooth, but you can feel that texture to it. That's what this feels like. There's that small amount of texture there, but you can actually see it when you look closely. It does look like the skin of an orange peel, but it's titanium. Man, this is gorgeous. This is really, really gorgeous. L-Max steel. I don't have a lot of knives with L-Max steel, so I'm really excited to check this out. An XT lock mechanism for easy one-handed operation, reversible pocket clip. This thing is super nice. 7.72 inches overall with its 3.2 inch blade. Now it is heavy, I'll tell you that. Clip point, flat grind, satin finish. Let me see, what's the weight on this thing? 4.5 ounces, so it does have some weight to it. It made in China. Now this is not a cheap knife. This is not a cheap knife. I've noticed that about the Kunwu knives. I've looked online, and I'm definitely going to be getting more, especially after this. I'm so impressed with this knife, the look of it. That what do you call that right there? Like a blood groove or something they call it in knives and stuff, and buoys and stuff. They call that a blood groove. Some people call it a blood groove. That's kind of like a slang term for it. Super nice. I love the look at this thing. It feels good. It's heavy. It's got weight to it. I like the milled pocket clip. Just overall, it's really nice. Let me see. Oh, this is that Microtech all over again. This thing is sharp. I've got to get paper and start carrying paper for the sake of doing this. We got some shredded paper here. Actually, this ain't gonna work because this paper is just too, oh, I mean, just a razor blade. I gotta get better paper. That's not all crumbled up and stuff, but razor blade. This might be sharper than that. Yeah, this is sharper than that Microtech. Way sharper. This is a razor blade. This is a slicer right here. Now this is not a cheap knife. Kunwus aren't cheap. I'm sure they have some more budget friendly. This is $239 on Blade HQ right now, plus shipping and tax. $239. This is the Kunwu Django, and I love this thing. I like the bag that it comes with. I like the fact that it comes with a extra wire pocket clip, so if you wanted to take off the milled pocket clip and replace it with wire pocket clip, you can. Yeah, I mean, that's what you get for $239. You know, you're gonna get more bang for your buck. You're gonna get some options in there. Just quality. I mean, that's everything that I just experienced. And the first knife, the Kubi, the Momentum. I mean, it's some people might not call $60 a budget knife, but D2 steel, stuff like that. I mean, it feels good. It feels really good. Definitely an EDC knife. There's no doubt about it. This is a great EDC knife right here. But just putting this in your hand, I mean, it feels really good. It takes up my full hand and everything. Deep carry pocket clip. So it's got all the things that you want in an EDC knife. It's got everything that you want for the most part. It'd be nice if it wasn't front flipper, if it had a flipper option there. But it's got everything. But you can tell the difference filling this knife and filling this knife. Just put them in your hands, the look of them, like this, you can just tell. Wow, what a difference. All right, so let's get to our next box. Man, that got me pretty good. I need a, I just don't want to get blood on any of the knives. All right, let's go to our next box here. Ooh, yep, I know what box this is. Okay, so we've got another patch, and I'm gonna save that one for the second one. This is a CJRB. I really like the packing of CJRB, the nice boxes. They almost look like a gift box. They're well made. The boxes are one of the nicest things about them. I like the little mountain scene and the inscription on the inside of the box. That's really nice about CJRB. Never even read that, but maybe I should. Just be nice to read it. This is the Pyrite, but it's a little bit different. All right, so we've got the microfiber cloth, we've got the moisture bag, but this is Pyrite button lock. Can't remember. Yeah. It has a deep carry pocket clip. Screws inset into the handles. Button lock. Look at that. This has, man, this thing is a monster. It is massive. This might be the biggest knife yet. Jimping is definitely more aggressive. Definitely more aggressive. You can feel it well. I like the contour to the handles for your fingers. Let's see. Reverse carry a pocket clip, tip up, ambidextrous, left or right-handed. It's got nice dual thumb studs. Pocket or budget. But listen to me. I'll get it out in a minute. Button lock. So it is fidgety. Now these are titanium. I know that you can get the Pyrite in a lot of budget options and stuff like that. And I do go with a lot of budget knives and stuff, but anytime I can get the higher end, I want to have, like, I want to have this in a really nice G10. I want to have it in with D2 steel. I want to have it with actually I think CJRB only does their APRM or what is it called, ARRPM9. But you can get the handles with G10. You can get them liner locks, different things like that, so you can get budget. But this is, you know, the higher end of that. It's got the titanium handles, dual thumb studs, deep carry pocket clip. I mean, that blade is massive. That thing is huge. I did not realize how big that was. That is a big blade. It takes a lot to make my hands look small, and this blade makes my hand look average. Look at that. It is gorgeous. I love CJRB knives. I like everything they have. I like the way that they're packaged. Yep, I almost got myself again. Man, what is up with me tonight? I can't talk. I'm getting tongue-tied. I'm cutting myself on the knives. This is another daggone razor blade. I mean, razor blade. This thing is sharp. Wow. I love the look of it. Let me see.
It's over.
Okay, go back to bed. I'll be there in a minute. Nope, I'm making a video. Hold on, I'll be right there. Go on. I'm making a video. Go. I'm making a video. All right, in a minute. Go on. So this is $79.95. Little man should be in bed asleep. Go on. I'll make one with you in a minute. Full-time dad. You never know when my little ones are gonna make their presence known. They should be in bed asleep, but this is a job that never ends, and that's why I'm the unprofessional dad. So this has got a stone wash blade, titanium handles, the drop point, ARRPM9 steel, dual thumb studs. Let me see. 8.7 inches overall, 3.7 inch blade, flat grind, 5.3 ounces, the heaviest one so far. Of all of them that I've opened tonight, this is by far the heaviest. And you can tell, this is the large pyrite. So this is made in China. This is the large pyrite. And man, I like this. This is going to be another knife that's going to get a lot of pocket time. A lot of pocket time. The Pyrite by CJRB with titanium scales, or handles, I should say. Look at that blade stock. That is thin. Man, that is thin. This thing is a slicer. Wow. Great EDC knife right here. I can already tell you this is going to be good for EDC, for food prep. They're just unlimited uses for this thing right here. And one of the things that I like about knives like this is you're getting that, all right, titanium, $240. Titanium, $80. You know, that's one of the things that I enjoy about some of these brands like the CJRBs. You do get some of those nicer materials, some of the finer, you know, options when it comes to the knife craftsmanship and just your different possibilities with your knives. And you can still get it affordably. $80, and you're getting a decent powder steel. You're getting deep carry pocket clip, dual thumb studs. You're getting a button lock. You're getting titanium handles. I mean, $80. I mean, $80 freaking dollars. And look at the size of that blade. That is a no-brainer right there. That is somebody that wants to have a really good, high-quality knife that's tested and proven, because everybody knows about the Pyrite. It is a very popular knife. There's a reason they sell so many of these daggone things. A good company, great materials, and for a good price. Somebody that doesn't want to, or can't afford, or don't want to pay the price of $200, $300, $400 for a titanium knife with, you know, the best Magna Cut or LMAX steel or whatever, but you still want those nicer options and that are available right here. $80, and you're getting those premium materials. And I'm telling you, now this might not hold an edge as long as this knife does, but look at the size of that. Look how much bigger that knife is. This might not hold an edge as long as this does, but they're both titanium handled. Obviously, there's no question this is better made. It's a higher quality knife. It looks better. It feels better. No question about that. No question about that. You can just look at them and hold them in your hands and tell the difference. But not by much. Not by much. This will hold the edge longer. But I'm telling you, you can't do anything with this knife that you can't do with this knife. I promise you that. And you're talking $160 difference. That's a nice knife. That pyrite is really daggone nice. I'm impressed with that. This is the very first one that I've ever owned of this right here. This is the Flytanium Arcade. Heard a lot about them. I've seen them. I've never owned one, and I have been wanting one. Ooh, right off the bat, we get a little Flytanium sticker. We get, what is this? Oh, okay. These are some different options for the scales, the inserts. Okay. Nice bag. Feels like it's got some decent weight to it. I like that little bag there. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Oh yeah, you can feel it. You can feel the quality. The Flytanium Arcade. Look at that knife. Aluminum handles with fiber carbon. I gotta figure out this lock. This is kind of like that shark lock or whatever. It definitely doesn't work as easy or as fidgety friendly as like the Demcos and stuff. Like those are boom boom boom. You can take that shark lock and just throw them back and forth and it works really well. I'm sure I'll get the hang of that, but you can definitely tell a difference. It definitely has a more there's more to it. There's definitely more to that shark lock right there. It's hard to explain. You would have to feel it and actually to feel the process trying to work itself out and play out as you're doing it to understand what I'm saying. Dual thumb studs. Now that is aggressive jimping right there. Look at that jimping. Oh, daggone. That's some of the most aggressive jimping that I've felt on a knife in a while. That's aggressive jimping. That's what I like in jimping right there. That thumb ain't going nowhere. It would take the skin off that thumb before it would let it go. Deep carry pocket clip. Screws are inset. Wow. This is another just beautiful knife. Razor sharp. Dual thumb studs. I mean, see, it has that, it's like it like opening, it wants to push itself open, but closing, it's like there's it's just hard to explain. I like the carbon fiber inserts there. Now, if you've seen the arcades, you know that they are another one of those knives that are not cheap. The Flytanium Arcade shark lock knife with blue aluminum with carbon fiber scales, carbon fiber inserts. Drop point blade with a stonewash finish, CPM S35 VN steel. So it's better than D2 and stuff, but you know, there's definitely better stuff out there. Tip up pocket carry, right sided only, so it is not reversible. It is strictly right-handed carry with tip up. There's a nice little lanyard hole here so you can put a lanyard on it or anything. Those thumb studs, let me try out those thumb studs really quick. Oh yeah, much better. Easy action. That thumb stud is definitely much easier for me to operate than the Shark Lock. S35VN, got a good edge, really good edge. Another incredibly sharp knife. Man, these knives are, every one of them, right out of the box. A lot of knives you just get to, they're sharp, but they're not razor sharp. These are every one razor sharp. I'm impressed. Now this is let's see, they did collaborate with John and Andrew of Demco Knives. They do have the fully licensed Shark Lock on the back, which is why they're able to do that, like the Demco Knives. It's 7.7 inches overall with a 3.2 inch blade. Like I said, it was S35VN steel, drop point, flat grind, stone wash finish. It is aluminum carbon fiber handles. I've already said that. Black and blue. 3.4 ounces. That's what I was looking for. 3.4 ounces. It is on bearings, and it's made in Taiwan. Now, if you look up the Arcade, there's a ton of different options. I mean, the Arcade, they have so many different options, and there are just so many different inserts that you can put in there. You can take these right out, unscrew them, and that's why they come with extras. And you can just put different inserts in there. Titanium, I think. You can put carbon fiber, G10s, micartas, different things like that. This is one of those knives that would be fun to play around, and definitely buy a bunch of different options and just switch it out all the time, constantly keep changing out the until you, I mean, unless you really settle on one that you really like, which I do like the carbon fiber look. Man, that Shark Lock is really hard for me to operate. If you like that carbon fiber look, which I do, you know, just stick with it. But it is nice to have those kind of options, and especially with it so easy. I mean, you literally just unscrew 2 screws, the insert pops right out, you put the new one in, screw them right back in. So it's incredibly user friendly and easy to do. I appreciate that. So you're looking at a knife that is on Blade HQ right now for $209. Plus, like I always say, shipping and tax. Uncle Sam's got to get paid, and they've got to pay somebody to bring it to you. And that stuff ain't free. And Uncle Sam's always getting his money. Now, you might get free shipping, but you ain't getting free tax. I do get free shipping a lot because of how much I order from them, but I'm always paying that daggone tax. You don't pay your tax, they're going to be knocking on your door. But that's neither here nor there. So I really like this knife. I like it. I do not like that Shark Lock. I like it on the Demco, but for some reason it's just not that user-friendly on this knife. I like the knife. I like the feel of it. I mean, it takes up my hand. It's another one of those knives that's good size. I love the jimping. The jimping is awesome. I love the feel of the aluminum. I love the look of it. I love everything about this knife. I love how sharp it is. I love that blade, the shape of it. I love everything. The grind. Everything about this knife except for that daggone Shark Lock. It is not the same as a Demco. I don't care what anybody says. I've got Demcos, and that is much easier to operate. That Shark Lock, I can just fidget back and forth. This is just, I'm struggling with this. I mean, I'm struggling with it. But I struggle with flipping, period, so that's neither here nor there. That's not saying much. This is the Flatanium Arcade. Gorgeous knife. And we shall continue moving on. Let's open our next box. I know what's coming in this box. And there's a knife that I'm really excited about with this knife. Or with this box. Man, I'm tongue-tied tonight. It's because I'm so sleepy. Been dealing with kids all day. Like every day. Last night was Halloween. I was out. It was raining. We was taking the kids all over the place trick-or-treating. I was up all night with them watching Halloween movies and eating candy and just having a good time, letting them enjoy themselves. and then just right back at it this morning and just nonstop. So I haven't got much sleep. So that explains a little bit of why I'm tongue-tied and confused and all over the place. All right, so they might have sent me one of the wrong knives. Oh, well, let's start out and see what we got here. The first knife is a sin cut. I'm trying to remember what sin cut this is. Now, if you don't know, which most knife people do, sin cut, you have Wee, which is the premium high end, then you have Civivi, which is middle ground, which they are stepping it up and going up more to the higher tier, and then you have sin cut, bringing up the rear. And even sin cut basically now is where Civivi started. And now Civivi has elevated and raised their game with their materials and their manufacturing and their options and stuff like that, and they have more premium choices now. So sin cut is starting to take over that spot where Civivi has literally hovered at for so long. Like all Wees and Civivis, it comes in a pouch, and you're going to get the same typical stuff that you would in any of them. You're going to get the microfiber rag. You're going to get the little sticker, the little pamphlet or whatever. You are going to get a knife sticker. This is a knife that I heard so much about. I watched a couple videos on this knife, and they just went on and on and on about this. Even though this was a budget knife, it was amazing for EDC. They just couldn't say enough about it. So I really wanted to check it out, and from first impressions and looks, I'm pretty impressed. This is the Glide Strike by Sin Cut. Oh, that's good action. The Sin Cut Glide Strike. Look at the size of that blade. G10 handles. Actually, this ain't G10. What am I saying? Deep carry pocket clip. Screws or insert or inset. Liner lock. Thumb hole for a quick opening. That jimping is that's more of that jimping that's barely there. It looks great. It looks like it's definitely there, but it almost feels like it's just for show. But man, that blade is huge. Look at that blade. That sucker is a monster. I mean, you're getting up there at a kitchen knife. I can dress a deer with this thing. Good action. Liner lock. The Sin Cut Glide Strike. Now, the Glide Strike is a very affordable knife. It's really, really nice, and I like it a lot already. I can already tell you this is going to be a great one of those budget EDCs. Micarta handles, black micarta scales, liner lock. Let's see, it has drop point blade, blah blah blah. We know all that stuff. 8.81 inches overall with the 3.74 inch blade. 9 CR, 18 MOV. Steel, which is what you're going to expect on a budget. It's better than 8 CR, better than 7 CR. It's got the 58 to 60 rock weld, clip point flat grind, satin finish, black micarta handles, 4.47 ounces, so it's up there heavy. Right and left-handed tip up only pocket carry, so that is a reversible ambidextrous pocket clip. You can switch it back and forth. I'm telling you. All right, enough. All right, where's it made? It is made in China. Okay, it is on bearings, which I can tell. You can tell the action is really, really good. And by the way, what was the price on this knife? $41.65. Look at that. $42 for this sucker. On bearings, 9CR, micarta handles, black micarta handles. Look at that action. I mean, that is deep carry pocket clip. This is another one of those knives that just daggone. I mean, $42. And look at the size of that thing. I mean, this is just, that is a knife. That's not a knife. This is a knife. That's what this reminds me of. This sucker is huge. Good finger twirl right there, so you can really choke up on it and get some finer carving and cutting and stuff. Do some real work with it. I can see exactly what those videos were talking about now. They went on and on about the Glide Strike, how he had lost or gotten rid of one or sold one, or it had been stolen. I can't remember what it was, but he's like, I bought another one immediately. And once I bought the second one, I liked it so much I had to buy a replacement just in case I lost that one. So he had a new one and a backup, and I can see exactly why. And once I saw that video and him praising it so much, I looked up a couple more videos about the Glide Strike, and everybody that I saw do a video on it spoke so highly of it. Now, it's 9CR, it's $42. It's not titanium, it's micarta. It's not a milled pocket clip, but it is deep carry. I mean, there's so many good things about this. I mean, for what it is, this is phenomenal. I'm as impressed with this as I am with any knife I've gotten here tonight. Razor blade. Razor blade. Gosh, I wish I had paper. I gotta start preparing for these videos and bringing paper, because these knives are so daggone sharp tonight that I'd love to show you. Ooh, that just got me. Oh, Chris, stop making videos on knives. You're lost. You're mentally lost, buddy. You're losing it. Look at that knife. Look how big that is. And again, I've got big hands. This thing is a monster by far. Let me see. Two biggest knives so far. Look at that. I thought this was a big knife until you put it next to that. It's even bigger than the pyrite. Wow. Wow. The Glide Strike by Sincut. I'm impressed, Sincut. Well done. Well done. The Sincut Glide Strike. Kudos to you, Sincut. Kudos to you. The next knife is a Kaiser. Kaiser. I've got a lot of Kaiser knives. Kaiser for me is hit or miss. I either love the daggone knife or I do not like it at all. Now the Militol I just opened up the other night, man, I love that sucker. I love that Militol, and I can already tell I'm gonna like this knife. Got a couple really cool little stickers here. Again, microfiber carbon, some more hardware, some screws and springs. This is the Kaiser Bulldog. Now, one of my favorite colors is blue, but one of my favorite colors is pink. I will wear pink so quick and not care a bit about it. I enjoy pink. I've got pink dress shirts. I used to have this beautiful blue, like baby blue satin dress shirt. It was, I mean, it was so nice. It was an expensive dress shirt too, let me tell you. And I had this pink tie. Oh my gosh, I used to get so much compliments on that tie and that shirt. I love that stuff, which I used to wear shirts and ties every day for work. I was in sales for 20 years. So I digress. I don't even know why I went down that. Basically, it's to explain why I've got a pink knife with pink hardware on it. I saw this, and that was the number one reason why I wanted this knife. Not just the shape and the price, but I really liked the look of it with the pink hardware. Deep carry pocket clip, inset screws, access lock. It is sharp. It's another razor blade. Look at that. Look at the shape of that blade right there. That's what is that? Drop point with the sheep's foot. It's got. I like this. I really like this. I'm a big jimping fan. It's got jimping all the way down the blade, and then it's got jimping right here at the tip as well. So if you needed to do some serious choking up on it, man, the texture. This knife is going to be off-putting to some people that automatically, because the texturing on the scales is so aggressive. It's going to be too aggressive for some people. This is going to chew up your pants. There's no doubt about it. This is so aggressive it'll chew up your pants. It's just too aggressive for some people. I've heard different people complain about that on videos, and different people that I've talked to that are knife collectors, and they just don't like the over textured scales, and this has got a lot of texturing. Now it's a reverse carry pocket clip, left or right-handed. It is tip up only. Access lock. The Kaiser Bulldog. This is another one of those budget knives, but it ain't as budget as that Sencut. This is Kaiser Bulldog clutch lock knife, black aluminum and pink hardware. Sheep's foot blade with a satin finish made of 154 cm steel. Thumb stud opener for smooth and consistent opening. Textured black aluminum handle with pink hardware. Sturdy clutch lock mechanism. Tip up pocket carry. I like that 154 cm steel. I mean, it's nothing special, but 7.22 inches overall, 3-inch blade. 59 to 62 on the Rockwell scale. Sheep's foot, flat grind, satin finish, aluminum handles. Does that say? Yeah, 4.1 ounces. Right-handed only. Tip up carry. Thumb studs. And it is made in China. This is the Kaiser Bulldog. I really like the look of it. I like the feel of it. Another one of those knives that take up my hand. I would definitely carry this knife. I've got some knives that like the Desert Warrior knives and stuff. I would just never carry those for any purpose, unless I was just out with my kids and I wanted something just to tickle them or something, or a conversation piece. But this knife, I would definitely, well, not just I would, but I am going to do some EDC carrying with this. I like the shape of the blade. I like the jimping. I like the look. I love the pink. Like that pink backspacer right there. The aggressiveness on the scales is a little much. I ain't gonna lie. That is definitely a little much, but I mean, I'm going to be just fine regardless. I really like this. The Kaiser Bulldog. $80 right now on Blade HQ. $80. Look at that. $80 for this. 154 cm, aluminum handles, deep carry pocket clip. $80. Another great option. A great budget knife that gives you some really good features and materials. And I love the pink hardware. So, good job, Kaiser. You're a hit or miss for me, and this is a hit. So, and I really like your stickers too. The Kaiser Bulldog. And here is the last knife that I've got tonight. And this is the one that I've really been looking forward to. I mean, I really wanted the Django. I couldn't wait to get the Django, the Kunwu, the MSI. I was really tickled about, and by far, this is my favorite knife that I've opened up tonight, and this is one of my favorite knives that I'm going to own handily. I love this daggone knife. This is, what a daggone knife. But this is the one that I was most excited about. coming in, because I've heard so many things about them, and I've got a lot of Italian made knives, and they just are such high quality. And this is a Lionsteel Mito. The Lionsteel Mito. Man, I hate when I can't figure out how to open these daggone boxes. How do you open this daggone box? Now, I know the Lionsteel. Somebody's watching this video right now and they're laughing at me. They're like, what are you doing? You're an idiot. Alright, so there we go. We take that off. Alright, that's how we do it. We take that off. Oh, this is neat. Oh, okay. So we've got our card here. Lionsteel card. The Mito. We have got, let's see what we've got in here. We've got a few things in here. We've got a little driver-like bit for screwing the hardware in and out. I'm sure that this is hardware. I shouldn't even waste my time opening it. I'm sure that's exactly what it is, and yes, it is hardware. Just a couple little screws. Let's see. Ooh, I like that box. I'm a Leo. Lionsteel. The Mito. Ooh. Look at that knife. The Lionsteel Mito. These knives are not cheap. Deep carried milled pocket clip, glass breaker, skull crusher, whatever you want to call it on the end. It is a frame lock with the flipper. Titanium frame with carbon fiber. Pretty good. Oh, I hate that about frame locks. You gotta be real careful, and I forget that all the time, and I'll try to open a frame lock and my fingers will be pushing on the frame and I can't open it. So I've got to really remind myself to hold it a certain way to get it to open, or hold it this way so it opens easy. Really like this knife. I mean, I really like this knife. I'll tell you one of the things that I really enjoy about a lot of your Italian made knives is the crowned blade stock up here, the way that they crown the top of it. They round that over. It's a level of elegance and just nice. It makes the blade feel nicer. It makes it feel more expensive. And it does. This feels like an expensive knife. Just feeling it. Lionsteel, made in Italy. Look at that blade. The Lionsteel Mito. Let's go over some facts about the Lionsteel Mito. It is a flipper knife with carbon fiber, as I said, titanium frame lock, drop point blade with Bowler M390 steel. It is a super steel with a satin finish. Flipper opener for one-handed deployment. Contoured carbon fiber handle scales. Tip up carry, and it is not reversible. Actually, it is reversible. You can do left or right-handed carry. So it is tip up, but it's ambidextrous. It is 8 inches overall, 3.25 inch blade, Bowler and 390 drop point, flat grind. Let's see, 3.61 ounces. It is right-handed tip up carry only, so it is not ambidextrous. You can't flip it from one side to the other. Frame lock. The designer is Moletta Michele Pinsato of Italy. I don't know how to say your name, and I apologize. I probably butchered it, but the Mito. I watched a Knife Center video where they was talking about next level knives. Once you get up past that $200 price point, what are the knives that really stand out? Like when you want to go from a budget knife to a next level, like you just feel it in your hands when you hold it. What are those knives that just make you feel the value and the craftsmanship and things like that? Basically, what do you want to spend your money on if you're spending $200 to $300? And the Mito was one of the top knives that they suggested. They said as soon as you hold it, you're going to feel the craftsmanship, you're going to know it, it's going to last. The materials are amazing. And everything that they said in that video was 100% true. I can tell you because I now have a Mito in my hand, and this thing is awesome. It does take up my entire hand. There is no jimping, but I really like that crowned blade. I like it. It definitely looks like a slicer. It looks sharp. Another razor sharp knife. Actually, this is a razor sharp knife, but it is not as sharp, I can just tell by feeling it, as a couple of those other ones that I felt tonight. But it is still sharp, and I really enjoy it. It is the Lionsteel Mito. Now, the Lionsteel Mito is not, it's another one of those knives. It's not a cheap knife. This is not a budget knife. This right now is on Blade HQ for $270 plus tax and shipping. So it is not a cheap knife by any means, but it is affordable when you consider what you're getting. If affordable is a relative term. If you are loaded, and I mean, it can be $1,000 and it's affordable. So affordable is a relative term. For me, it's not really affordable, but it's worth it because I love pocket knives. It's my hobby, so I like spending my money on something, and these are kind of like investments for my kids' future, something that we can do together, a tangible asset that I have that I would never be able to get my money back out of, but hey, it's something fun to play with, invest in, and a hobby to have, as I say in most of my videos. But it's affordable when you consider what you're getting. Like, would you rather spend $100 and get D2 steel, polymer, or FNR scales or something like that, a regular pocket clip that's not deep carry, liner lock, things like that, or pay $200 and get titanium with carbon fiber and a frame lock or a button lock or whatever with a powder steel. Affordable is a relative term. It depends on what your budget is, what you're wanting to spend, or what you're able to spend comfortably, but also what you're getting for that money. I don't care if it is $50, if it is the cheapest steel that is basically, it breaks or won't hold an edge at all. It's something that you would get from Temu or something like that. Shout out to Temu, the biggest junk in the world. Some people are addicted to it. If you pay $50 to a knife there and it looks amazing, but it's the crappiest stuff in the world and it just ain't worth what you have in it, that's not an affordable knife. I don't care what you say. So it's a relative term, basically, is what I'm saying. So for what you're getting, $270 is a great price for this knife. You can feel it in your hands. And I would suggest that anybody that's a knife enthusiast to own an Italian-made knife. As soon as you own an Italian-made knife, whether it's Lionsteel, Viper, MKM, you know, any of them. Just get you a Italian-made knife, and you are going to see what the fuss is about, because they are awesome. But guys, that's in a nutshell, that is my unboxing for tonight. Going back over it, I started with a spike that I got off of Etsy. I have a Mito, I have a Glide Strike, an Arcade, a large Pyrite, the Django, the Kunwu Momentum, and the Microtech MSI, which is the winner tonight, hands down, no questions asked, and it's the one that brought the blood. So I love this knife. I love every knife that I open tonight. I enjoy knives. I love every knife. I don't care if it's a butter knife out of the kitchen. I love blades. I can't get enough of them. I'm addicted to them. And I love the process of opening them up. I love watching YouTube videos and learning about knives and seeing what's on the market, seeing how people use their knives, what people like to carry. I love seeing videos of people's collections. I just like all things blades and knives. So I'm enjoying making these videos and sharing some of my knives with you all. I hope that you enjoy them as well. Nobody's even going to watch this thing, but if anybody did, subscribe. I'm going to have videos all the time. I'm always going to be releasing unboxing videos like this. I'm always getting knives in. I'm constantly ordering knives. I'm constantly unboxing knives. Add it to my collection, one knife at a time. So I enjoy it. I love it. I hope you do as much. And if you don't like knives, but you do have a hobby, I hope you enjoy that hobby. I hope it gives you fulfillment and excitement and just a moment of joy in your life, because everybody needs that. Especially in today's world, everybody needs something that they can distract themselves with, that gives them a moment of pleasure and joy, and just something that they you know, can get a breather and a break from reality and the monotonous struggles of life, because we all face them. Whether you're the unprofessional dad with 6 kids, 4 of them full-time between the ages of 2 and 9, and you're constantly going with little kids, changing diapers, wiping noses, washing clothes, making meals and making plates and cleaning up spills and, you know, putting batteries in toys. It's never ending. Then I got to take out the dog constantly over and over and over all day long, feed him, water him, bathe him. It's a never ending job, but it's a fulfilling job. But whether you're doing something like that, or you're working in Wall Street, or in banking, or in a construction job, or a waitress job, everybody has their own struggles, everybody has their own story, and everybody equally needs a break from their own reality. And I challenge you and implore you to get a hobby that you enjoy as much as I enjoy collecting knives. Because if you do, it might only be a few minutes a day that you get to experience it and enjoy it. But when you do, it is extremely fulfilling. And having said that, thank you guys for watching my video. If anybody does watch my video, like and subscribe. Actually, that's so stupid. I'm not that dude. Probably nobody's even going to watch this video. But if you do and you like it, hey, subscribe. I've got more videos coming. I promise you there. And I've got a lot more knives coming. So thank you guys. Have a good one.